ICD-10 PCS JJ-PCA guidelines, page 024, part 3.
B3, root operation.
We're going to talk now about, this is the third character, right?
Right.
The first is the system. The second one is, what's the second one?
Second one?
Yeah.
The second one is the...
No, the first one is the general section, right?
Yes.
The second one is the region of the body.
Yes.
And the third one is the root operation, right?
Right.
So that's what we're talking about, the root operation here, right? What type of operation is done. So these are general guidelines.
B3.1a. In order to determine the appropriate root operation, the full definition of the root operation as contained in the PCS tables must be applied.
Right. You have to know what kind of operation is being done. And for this, the PCS has its own language. Sometimes the doctor might say something different, but you have to interpret what is it that the doctor said that applies exactly to PCS, right? And for this, there's a medical and surgical section, for instance, here, for the 0 section, the root operations. There are 31 root operations in PCS, ICD-10 PCS. Each identifies the objective of a procedure and holds the key to the highly specific details and precision of the code values, right? So there is a list in the book about each operation and what it means and and there are even examples of that, right? And for instance, this is part of the list, right? The root operation, excision and resection, right?
Yes.
What's excision?
Excision is cutting off out and off without replacement.
And resection is the same thing, right?
Yes.
Cutting out off without replacement. So these two, the objective is the same, but the difference is here. Side to the procedure. This one is, excision is?
Some of the body part.
Some of a body part. It's not the whole thing, it's just some of a body part. And resection is?
All of the body part.
All of a body part, right? So when it's some, is for example, is breast lumpectomy, which means there's a lump in the breast, you just take it out. You leave the breast, but you're taking just a part of it, right? Which is the lump. You're taking it out. That's an excision. When it's a total mastectomy, which means you take the whole breast, then that's not an excision, that's a resection, okay? Because you're taking the whole body part, okay? So these two, if for instance in the record you see total excision, so in the PCS you call a total excision a resection because you are excising the whole body part, right? So if the doctor writes total excision, you have to go to the PCS book as resection because that's the definition.
And detachment also has the same objective as the previous two, but the site of procedure is extremity only, any level, and the example for that is an amputation above elbow.
Okay, these are the next two, right? Well, you can just find the table in your book and then you can read them all, but this is the purpose of defining the root operations, okay?
Yeah.
So this is our theory for today, and now we're going to do the problem. So ready, set, go. Okay, PCS JJ-PCA, page 611, exercise 34, and this is a level 1 exercise.
Cautery of nosebleed.
Cautery of nosebleed. Okay, you have a bleeding nose, and then you're going to do a cauterization to stop the bleeding. Okay, so we're going to count to 3 so you can pause the video and then give us the PCS code for this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the answer is 095 KXZZ. Okay, if you got that, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a tip. Okay, the first tip, even before this, is that this problem we have made a video introducing the PCS, and this is the exact problem. So watch that video and you will see how you get it easily. But if you don't have time to watch the video, we'll just give you tips that are shorter. The first one is?
Start with cauterization, see destruction.
Okay, you start with cauterization, and in cauterization, they give you C destruction, and they give you C repair, right?
Yes.
You have to choose between those two, and you choose destruction. So you go to destruction. Why?
Number 2, root operation destruction is physical eradication of all or a portion of a body part by the direct use of energy, force, or a destructive agent.
Which is what you do when you do a cauterization of a nosebleed, right? You're just destroying by heat, in this case, a vein. So you're sealing it off. So that's why we use destruction and not repair. You're not repairing the vein. You're not making the vein just to continue using. No, you're just cutting it off so you won't use that vein anymore. That's why there's no more bleeding. Okay, so those are our tips. And now you know the answer already, 0.95 kxzz. Now we're going to count to 3 so you can pause the video and give us the path to the answer. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the whole summary of the problem. The problem is a cautery of nosebleed. There's only one code, and the code 1 through the index is found like this.
First, you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to cauterization.
You start with cauterization, and it sends you where?
To see destruction.
See destruction. Can you put comma there and repair, right?
Yes.
And repair there too, right? But you're going to choose destruction here, right?
Yes.
So go to destruction, right? And in destruction, you choose what?
Nose.
Nose. Why? Because it's a cautery of a nosebleed, right?
Yes.
And you get a code there. What's the code?
0.95K.
That's the code that you get. Right now, you're going to check this code in the tabular. So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First, you go to tabular.
Go to the tabular and you start with the first 3 characters, right?
Yes.
What is that?
0.95.
And the 0 is?
Medical and surgical.
That's the section. The 9 is?
Ear, nose, sinus.
That's the section of the body, the main part of the body system. And the 5 is?
Destruction.
Destruction, which is the cautery, right? Cauterization. So after that, you add one more code, which is?
K.
K for nose, right?
Yes.
And then you add one more character.
X.
X for external, because there is no incision. You are doing it from the outside. That's what external. And then one more character.
Z.
No device, because you're not leaving anything on the body. You're just sealing it off and then not leaving anything. And the last character is?
C.
Because you don't need an extra code to identify this procedure, right? This is no qualifier. So the equal sign in the end tells you that we found our code. So the answer is 0.95 kxzz. Okay, so that's our PCS code for today. And don't forget to visit our website. And
also you could subscribe to us in YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
Right, in the red rectangle that says subscribe, right? And what did I get?
You get up to 3 videos every day that we make. We make ICD-10s, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, so don't forget to visit our website and also subscribe to our videos. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.